Hey guys, hope your week is going great. Here, wanted to touch base. It's been a little while since I've done a video. These videos are hard to get done, man. Just because we're so busy, which is why I'm always in the car. And that's really the time I get to think and kind of come up with some of the topics that people have been asking me throughout the different processes and transactions that I've done. But down payment is one of the topics that I think a lot of people are only thinking inside a box that you might want to think outside of the box, right? So a few different ways of getting a down payment as well as getting your closing costs covered, I wanted to just touch base on. And so one of the ways for a down payment is, of course, your own savings, so you can do that. Actually, you only need 3.5% to get for a down payment now. So you can do an FHA loan. So if your credit score is 580 or above, then you're able to do only 3.5% down. So let's, for example, on a $400,000 house, you're looking at about $14,000 of a down payment. Okay. So that is also with conventional as well. So if you have a better credit score like 620 or above, then you could probably do the conventional type of loan, or actually probably more like 640 or above. So those are some of the ways to get obviously your down payment, but the actual other ways to do it would be 401ks. You can actually pull some money out for a 401k without any penalty if you want to buy a house for first-time home buyers. So that's a really good way of doing it. Even if you're not a first-time home buyer, you can do it as well. And then a gift of money. So somebody that it could be a friend, a family member, anybody you want, can give you money for that down payment, and it can be multiple people. So I've had, one of my last transactions, I was able to help the buyers find money from 4 different people. They actually were buying the house that they were renting, and they went ahead and asked all their friends and family members, collected all the money they needed in order to get that down payment, as well as the 401k. So it could be from many different sources. Just think outside of the box, okay? So again, if you want to be a homeowner, and for example, these people, they really wanted to be a homeowner. They did not want to move out of their house, and the owner didn't want to own the house anymore. So we were able to put that transaction together and help everybody out, which is great. So closing costs as well. So these guys, they were able to collect all the money for the actual down payment, but they weren't able to get the closing costs. So what would we do? Well, we figured out a way to get that closing cost covered. So the sellers gave them a credit, covered all their closing costs, and done. It was a done deal. So again, there's a lot of ways to do that. I did that with another transaction too. So there's been multiple transactions this year, even though the market's really hot, and usually it's it's called a seller's market, which means the sellers hold the cards and they're not really offering credits and things like that because they don't have to. If it was a buyer's market, for example, and let's say they had plenty of offers, they're not going to give you a credit. There's no need, no reason to. So but again, if you find the right deal and you can work with the negotiation, there's tons of ways out there to actually get it done. And so then the other way is the bank. I'm not sure if you know this too, but it's kind of, you got to be careful a little bit when it comes to shopping for a loan or going with just the first lender that you talk to, because a lot of them, A, they don't have all the same options, and B, they might not be as upfront and honest as they could be. What I mean by that is that if, let's say they tell you qualify for a 4.5% rate, but in reality you qualify for more like a 4.25. Well, there's a spread there that the bank will give you actually some money if you accept the higher rate. And so most people don't really get that option. And so, you really want to make sure that you're shopping your loans, the bottom line. But the bank can actually give you money for the down payment, for the closing costs when you accept a higher rate. So that's something, again, that you will work with your loan officer to determine whether or not you want to do that. But if you're very limited on funds and you need as much covered as possible, and let's say you can't get that much from the seller, the lender can then help you with those closing costs as well. So, a lot of different ways to make sure that you can still get into a house and be part of the real estate growth and market and be a homeowner. And so, I think it's stuff that people don't really think about, but you have to have a conversation with somebody who knows what they're talking about and can give you the options and position you know, the deal in a way that will actually work for you. All right. So anyways, give me a call if you do have any questions, and I'll be happy to help you figure this out. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.